Hope you are doing well. Today, horror incident about unseen entity or demon. Anthony's friend, let's call him Mark, used to go to a big school in the city. He had friends there and enjoyed playing basketball during breaks. But one day, his parents decided that he should stop going to school and start homeschooling. Mark wasn't sure why this happened, but his parents said it was better for him. At first, Mark thought homeschooling might be fun. He could study at home and spend more time with his family. His mom became his teacher, and they set up a little classroom in their house. Mark started his lessons, but he found it a bit strange. He missed his friends and the noisy playground. After a few weeks of homeschooling, strange things began to happen to Mark. He woke up early every morning to go for a walk and do some exercises in their backyard. But one morning, as he was reciting a poem for his English lesson out loud, he felt like someone was moving around him. It made him pause and look around, but there was no one there. Mark didn't tell anyone about this feeling. He thought maybe he was just imagining things because he missed school, but the feeling didn't go away. Every morning, during his exercises or lessons, he would feel like someone was watching him or moving quietly around him. One afternoon, Mark was sitting in the lounge on the ground floor of their house. It was a quiet day, and he was reading a storybook. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he noticed something odd on the stairs leading to the upper floor. It looked like two black shoes, as if someone was standing there, but there was no one else in the house besides him. Mark stared at the shoes in confusion. He blinked and rubbed his eyes, thinking it might be a trick of the light or his imagination. But when he looked again, the shoes were gone. He felt a chill run down his spine and decided to go outside for some fresh air, trying to shake off the eerie feeling. One weekend, Mark's parents had to go out for an important appointment. They asked him to stay home and look after his younger siblings while they were away. Mark felt responsible and agreed to watch over his brothers. That day, while his brothers were playing upstairs in their parents' bedroom, Mark decided to sit in the yard and enjoy the quiet afternoon. He was reading a comic book when he suddenly heard footsteps coming down the stairs. He looked up and saw his youngest brother running from their parents' room to his own. Surprised, Mark called out to his brother, "Hey, where are you going? Mom and Dad are not home." But his brother didn't respond and disappeared into the bedroom. Mark felt uneasy. He told his other brothers to stay downstairs and watch cartoons while he went upstairs to find the youngest. When Mark reached the bedroom, he expected to find his brother there, but the room was empty. Confused and a little scared, he quickly went downstairs to check on his other brothers. To his relief, he found all of them sitting together in front of the TV, watching cartoons just as he had left them. As days passed, Mark couldn't shake off the strange experiences he was having. He started feeling anxious and began spending more time outside the house, hoping the fresh air would clear his mind. But even outdoors, he couldn't escape the feeling that someone or something was watching him. One evening, Mark decided to talk to Anthony, his best friend. They met at a nearby park where they used to play basketball together. Anthony listened intently as Mark shared his experiences, the strange movements he felt during his morning exercises, the shoes on the stairs, and the incident with his brother. Anthony was concerned. He had never seen Mark so troubled before. "Maybe it's just your imagination," Mark Anthony suggested, trying to reassure his friend. But Mark wasn't convinced. He knew what he had felt and seen. Determined to understand what was happening, Mark began researching online. He read about strange occurrences in old houses and ghost sightings. Some stories were scary, while others seemed unbelievable. Mark didn't know what to believe, but he knew he had to find answers. One night, when everyone else was asleep, Mark stayed awake in his room, searching for any clue that could explain the strange happenings. He came across stories of spirits and ghosts that were said to roam places where they once lived. Mark wondered if their house could be one such place. The more he read, the more he felt a connection between the stories and his own experiences. Could it be possible that there was something in their house, something that was trying to communicate with him? Armed with his newfound knowledge, Mark decided to confront the strange occurrences head on. One evening, he gathered his family together and shared everything he had experienced, from the eerie feelings during his exercises to the incident with his brother and the shoes on the stairs. His parents listened carefully, exchanging concerned glances. They had noticed Mark's unease but didn't realize how much he had been affected. Together, they decided to seek help from someone who knew about these things, a paranormal expert who could shed light on the situation. The next day, a paranormal expert visited their house. He was a kind-looking man with gentle eyes and a reassuring smile. He listened attentively as Mark recounted his experiences once again, this time with his family by his side. The expert nodded thoughtfully as he listened. "It seems like your house may have some unusual energies," he finally said. He explained that sometimes when people move into a new place or make changes to their living arrangements, it can disturb the energies that are already there. He conducted a thorough investigation of the house, checking for any unusual readings or signs of paranormal activity. Mark and his family watched nervously as the expert moved from room to room, his equipment humming softly. After completing his investigation, the paranormal expert gathered Mark and his family in the living room. He explained that while he had detected some unusual energy patterns, there was no evidence of any harmful presence in the house. "You may have experienced what we call residual energy," the expert explained. "These are imprints left behind by past events or emotions which can sometimes create strange sensations or sightings." Mark and his family felt a sense of relief hearing this explanation. They were grateful to the expert for his reassurance and advice on how to create a positive atmosphere in their home. They decided to perform a simple ceremony to cleanse the house and invite positive energy back into their lives. In the weeks that followed, Mark noticed a change in the atmosphere at home. The strange feelings and sightings gradually faded away, replaced by a sense of peace and calm. He resumed his homeschooling with renewed focus, and his daily exercises no longer felt unsettling. Mark and Anthony continued to play basketball at the park, enjoying their time together without worrying about ghosts or strange occurrences. Mark knew that the experience had taught him to be more aware of his surroundings and to trust his instincts. As time passed, the memories of those eerie days became like a distant dream. Mark and his family moved on, grateful for the support they had received and the strength they had gained from facing the unknown together. Looking back on those days, Mark realized that sometimes things happen that we can't explain. It's okay to feel scared or unsure, but it's also important to seek help and support from those around us. He learned that understanding and accepting the unknown can lead to growth and resilience. Mark's experience taught him to appreciate the moments of peace and joy in his life, knowing that he had overcome a challenging time with courage and determination. And whenever he looked back on the story of the shoes on the stairs or the strange movements in the house, he smiled, knowing that he had come out stronger on the other side. It's my advice: if you ever visit, remember to be careful around the river and the forest, For the spirits that are hungry for fear, always inquire about the house before moving. Keep yourself and others safe from any type of scary activity. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.